So, my name is Jarena. If you're new here, I'm going to be telling you my story, my postpartum journey. I got pregnant with my first baby at 20 in 2019. So I have a 4-year-old, and with her, I end up gaining over 60 pounds. And let me tell you, I did not expect it. So before that, I was working out like twice a day. And my comfortable weight is like 140, 145-ish. I have a history of, and, lifting weights. I've been doing that for a long time. And then I used to prep for bodybuilding shows, but actually never made it to a stage, but that's a whole nother story. So when I gained all that weight, I thought it was just going to fall off after I had her. And I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't eat the best. Because I couldn't, I guess I could have, but I ate the best for her. So I ate a lot of steak and potatoes and pizza. Those were my go-tos. But I was still kind of lifting weights with her. Not as consistent as I was prior to getting pregnant with her, because before that I was doing 2-a-days. So I was in the gym, twice a day, and so then after having her, I was 196 pounds, but here's a little backstory about me working out and what I did. I would train people on the side, and I went to school for physical therapy, so I love human anatomy. Like, that's my thing. And then I wanted to really serve people in a special way, so I pursued firefighting. And I started working for the fire department in another city before moving down here. So we live in Texas now, but I am originally from up north. So then I end up prepping for bodybuilding shows while I was there, but I ended up never really making to a stage. But that is a whole different story that's a different story for another day. And so I was accustomed to being healthy and fit and eating healthy. But when I got pregnant, I didn't eat the best. So I gained all that weight. And then after I had her, I started, I thought I could just go back into my regular workouts, but I didn't feel like myself. I was breastfeeding as well. And I was stuck at that 196 for like 9-10 months postpartum. And that was, I didn't program myself. I was just moving, working out. And then I decided to program myself, because I was like, something has to give, like something has to be different. I gotta do something different. And just not really sure if I could breastfeed while, losing weight while breastfeeding. I didn't know if I was gonna lose my milk and all that stuff. Just being concerned about those things. I was just like, let me go ahead and program myself and make sure I'm eating right. So I ended up losing like over 40 pounds within 4 months. Now that's above the norm. So the norm is usually about 8 pounds. The average is about 8 pounds a month. And then I got pregnant with baby number 2. And so this time it was a little different. I was a lot sicker with her. Like, girl, I tell you, I was sick all the way up until like week 28, throwing up. Goodness, the very beginning was the worst. So there was like one time I threw up like 8 times in one day. And I know some women have it way worse than I do. So I am grateful for, for how it was. It could have been worse. Let's just put it that way. So when I got pregnant with her, I went walking like every day. I didn't lift weights with her. My first baby's delivery was a little bit more difficult because it lasted a lot longer. My first baby's pregnancy I felt like days on end. And then my second delivery was, excuse me, was only 3 hours. So it was quick. And so with her, I went walking every day. I went walking, made sure I did my diaphragm and breathing, a lot more relaxation stuff. But I was still surprised I could not eat that much with her. So literally my diet consisted of peanut butter jelly sandwiches, which I am not a fan of today. And peanut butter jelly sandwiches, chicken pot pie. And yeah, that was the thing. I couldn't eat pizza with her like I did with my first baby. My first baby, I ate a whole lot of pizza. This is wrong. And so with her, because my babies are 27 months apart, the thing is I end up with DR. And I know they say it's common, like 1 in 3 women end up with diastasis recti after they have a baby. So I had like a 3-finger gap. I had a whole lot of back pain. Adjusting to having 2 was not the challenge that I expected. And so I had to train obviously differently. I had to focus on my core in a whole different way that I had never done before. I had never focused on just like regular daily, to be honest with you, daily movements that I was doing. I still do them because they're beneficial. But when you're breastfeeding, relaxin goes through your system for up to 2 years, which is a hormone. And it causes your body to relax, like your pelvis and stuff to relax. The hormone that helps you open up your pelvis. And so, with that being in mind, I had to be mindful of the movements I was doing this time around with diastasis. I wasn't free to just go do any movements. I had trouble doing squats. I couldn't do a push-up. So it is a lot more difficult. So I started doing deep core work, and I would do my homework every day. Okay. I did not like looking pregnant when I was not pregnant. So I did that. And for me, everybody's, journey and timing is different. But for me, it was like 6 weeks. So I started doing the deep core work. Like I was already like practicing my breathing and stuff during pregnancy and after, so that I would be, this is the back. This is the back. So I need to turn this one around and this one. So I was already doing my diaphragmatic breathing, making sure I stay connected with my TVA. And obviously it gets a little bit more difficult as you get more pregnant, should I say. This is right. This is not right. This is right. But I gotta turn this around. So I was doing just simple movements. And yeah, it could be boring doing the same movements all the time, but I was able to close my gap. But also it's not just about closing, it's also being like functional. So I am still breastfeeding my babies too. And I just haven't, cut her off yet. But it's beneficial for her. I've been trying to, but it ain't working. It has not been working for me. And so I end up closing it, and now I am much stronger. But now I train people in person, and I have clients that have issues, women that have, issues as well. And I'm able to help women with stopping their incontinence, which is like being able to jump and cough, without peeing. So that was one of my clients, and then another girl, she came to me looking pregnant as well. I still have her. And so I am very passionate about helping these women close. So I am very passionate about helping women feel confident in their body, because, girl, I know what it feels like to not be confident and not be able to fit the clothes that you want to wear, because I love to wear heels, and back pain and heels, they don't go hand in hand. And so, that's a little bit about me and my story, my postpartum journey. Postpartum is it's not like a thing that just ends in 6 months. It's because I still have relaxing going through my body. So when you breastfeed, it could go upwards to, that hormone goes and is pretty much circulating through your body for up to 2 years. So that's a little bit about my story. I'm not done with the dresser, but I'm about to finish it. And if you are interested in learning more about postpartum and finding a thing that's gonna work for you, just follow me here. Make sure you click subscribe, and I hope that we see each other soon. Bye-bye.